Interdimensional infidelity, a multiverse betrayal. In the neon-drenched underbelly of Neo-Tokyo, where skyscrapers pierced the smog like jagged teeth and holographic ads whispered temptations into every ear, lived Alara Voss. She was 28, a freelance augmented reality designer who sculpted digital dreams for the ultra-rich. Her boyfriend Marcus was a drone in every sense, a corporate accountant who scheduled their date nights with the precision of a spreadsheet. They'd been together for 3 years, a relationship as predictable as the city's endless rain. Marcus loved her, or at least that's what his automated anniversary reminders said. But Alara? She craved chaos, the kind that made your heart stutter like a glitchy VR headset. It started innocently enough, or as innocent as deception ever gets. Alara was at an underground rave in the Shadow District, the kind where bass thumped through your bones and synthetic drugs turned strangers into soulmates. Marcus was home, binge-watching reruns of ancient sitcoms, oblivious as always. That's when she saw him. Zane. He wasn't human, at least not entirely. His skin shimmered with iridescent tattoos that shifted like living ink, and his eyes glowed faintly purple under the strobe lights. He moved through the crowd like smoke, and when their gazes locked, it was electric. Literally. A spark jumped from his fingertip to hers when they touched, zapping her smartwatch offline. "You're not from around here," Alara shouted over the music, her voice laced with intrigue. Zane grinned, revealing teeth edged in silver. "Further than you think, Starlight. I'm from the Veil, a parallel dimension where emotions are currency, and relationships are fluid." She laughed it off as rave banter, the kind fueled by glow sticks and bad decisions. But Zane wasn't joking. He pulled her into an alcove, away from the writhing bodies, and kissed her. It wasn't just lips. It was a download, a rush of memories not her own. Visions of floating cities, lovers entangled in zero gravity, and betrayals that rewrote realities. Alara pulled back, breathless, her cheeks flushed. "What the hell was that?" "A taste," he whispered. "Your world's so rigid. Let me show you freedom." That night, she didn't go home. Instead, she followed Zane to his lair, a derelict warehouse retrofitted with tech that defied physics. Holographic portals swirled on the walls, gateways to other realms. Zane explained he was a Veil Walker, a being who hopped dimensions to collect emotional artifacts. Cheating? In his world, it was art. "Monogamy is a cage," he said, tracing her collarbone with a finger that hummed like a live wire. "Why lock yourself in when the multiverse is your playground?" Alara resisted at first. "I have Marcus. He's safe." "Safe is boring," Zane countered. "And you're not boring, Alara. You're a storm in a bottle." The affair ignited like a fusion reactor. They'd meet in hidden spots, a rooftop garden where flowers bloomed in reverse, or a subway car Zane had hijacked into a pocket dimension. Sex with him was otherworldly, gravity-optional, sensations amplified by his veil tech. One time, he synced their minds, letting her feel his pleasure as her own, a feedback loop that left her shattered and craving more. Marcus noticed the changes. Her late nights, the mysterious bruises, from interdimensional turbulence, not what he thought, the way she'd stare into space with a secret smile. He confronted her once, over takeout ramen. "Are you seeing someone?" Alara's heart twisted. "No, babe. Just work stress." The lie tasted like ash, but the thrill outweighed the guilt. But Zane's world wasn't all ecstasy. The crazy part? Cheating in the Veil had consequences, ripples that bled into reality. Alara started noticing glitches in her life. Marcus would repeat conversations from days ago, like a looped recording. Her apartment rearranged itself overnight, furniture floating, walls whispering Zane's name. One morning, she woke to find a duplicate of herself in the kitchen, brewing coffee. "Who are you?" Alara demanded, The doppelganger smirked. I'm the you who stayed faithful. Zane's pulling strings. Your betrayal's fracturing the timeline. Panic set in. Zane had warned her. Emotional artifacts are volatile, steal too much passion, and realities collide. But Alara was hooked. She confronted him in a veil storm, a maelstrom of swirling colors and thunderous emotions. This is getting insane. Marcus thinks I'm losing it. Zane laughed, his form flickering. That's the point. Insanity is evolution. Join me fully. Leave this drab dimension. Torn, Alara orchestrated a final rendezvous. She lured Marcus to the warehouse under the guise of a surprise date. Zane waited in the shadows, ready to whisk her away. But as Marcus arrived, confused and carrying wilted flowers, the dimensions tore open. Portals erupted, spitting out alternate versions. A warrior Alara, with a laser sword, a heartbroken Marcus from a timeline where she'd left him years ago. Even a Zane who was actually a swarm of nanobots. Chaos ensued. The warrior Alara swung her blade at the nanobot Zane, screaming, "You seduced me in every reality." The heartbroken Marcus tackled the real one, yelling, "She's mine!" Alara, caught in the crossfire, grabbed a veil artifact, a glowing orb pulsing with stolen love, and smashed it. Reality warped. Time rewound in bursts, memories unspooled like faulty code. When the dust settled, or rather, the ethereal mist, Alara found herself back in her apartment, alone. Marcus was gone. Erased? No, a note on the fridge. I know about him. Goodbye. But Zane? He appeared in her mirror, trapped in a reflection. You broke the cycle, he said, his voice echoing. But freedom comes at a price. Alara stared at her reflection, now shimmering with purple eyes. She'd cheated, all right. Not just on Marcus, but on her entire existence. Now she was the Veilwalker, hopping dimensions, collecting artifacts of her own. The city outside buzzed with possibilities, crazy and infinite. And in the multiverse's twisted game, she was finally winning. Or was she?